It's a story that's inspired Indigenous people across the nation.
I'm going to try and do something positive because there's a lot of negative things here in Alice.
You'll inspire a lot of kids. You'll inspire a lot of adults.
2 years ago, 4 young Aboriginal men spent 8 months training for one of the world's most gruelling endurance tests.
The marathon is one of the toughest running events anywhere on the planet. It takes incredible commitment, determination, a preparedness to do the training. It's going to be harder running on this than in a marathon.
The Indigenous Marathon Project was the brainchild of marathon great Rob de Castella. Under his guidance, the men were pushed to their limits as they trained in some of the most remote parts of Australia.
You've got to do the work, results will come afterwards, and the sense of achievement and you've done something, it's very fulfilling.
For Charlie Ma, taking part in the project was a life-changing experience. The journey ultimately took him to New York and the world's biggest marathon race.
It's made a massive difference in my life. Obviously I see things differently now, like I see things on a wider perspective, and obviously being an Indigenous role model here, not only here in Alice Springs, but Australia-wide, because the impact that we did have, the 4 of us going over to New York, it was massive.
I was inspired by the first lot of guys that went, and I guess I wanted to be the female version of them.
30-year-old Emma Cameron from Darwin is one of 11 athletes from around Australia selected to train for this year's New York Marathon.
Amazing. Oh, I can't even give you any words to say how amazing it would be. This is a new challenge for me and I want to follow it through.
The A-grade netballer is familiar with the hard slog of training at an elite level. But learning to run 42 kilometres has its challenges.
It's hard, I won't lie. I wouldn't call myself a middle or long distance runner. I'm used to the short and sharp running, especially with netball. In my preparations to trying out this year, I was trying to run 2Ks and that itself was a challenge, but now that's just a warm-up.
Once you get out there and you're by yourself on the dirt road, it's a stress reliever. I love that about it. I feel free when I run. It's empowering, I feel strong.
21-year-old Grace Ether is pounding the dusty roads of Maningrida in Arnhem Land in training for New York.
That was awesome, guys. Wow.
The soon-to-be teacher has been inspired by fellow Maningrida resident Joanne Darwin, who took part in the first Indigenous Marathon Project.
Just having so much respect for him and there's a lot of family pressure in the community and humbug we call it, and Joanne has a family of his own, and so it can be really hard to go and put that time every day to yourself and get out there and go training.
When we interviewed Grace and asked her why she wanted to be part of IMP this year, she said, I've seen what Joanne has done for the people of Maningrida, for the men of Maningrida and the boys. I want to do something similar for the women and for the girls of Maningrida. And she said, running now in Maningrida is what everyone wants to do. They all want to be like Joanne. They all want to run a marathon. They all want to go to New York.
The kids love looking up to people, and I would love to be one of the role models that they look up to.
The real focus is about the social change, about healing communities, about addressing chronic disease, about providing a sense of self-worth and really developing individual spirit. But to achieve that, we need champions as well.
Rob de Castella began the project in a bid to find an Indigenous long-distance runner to rival the African champions. But the project is also trying to improve the health of Indigenous people.
I really saw it as a way to promote a healthy lifestyle, to create leaders, to give these individuals a chance to realise that they have a capacity themselves to do so much more than what they ever thought possible. And through that to inspire their families and their communities to be more physically active.
I think it's very important you know, doing positive things and leading by example to the younger generation here in Alice Springs. Quick play, guys, quick
Back
play.
in his hometown of Alice Springs, Charlie Ma is a mentor for school students at a football academy. He says his success has encouraged students to set goals of their own.
Oh, good stop. It's just been incredible, just how proud they are of seeing someone that they know going to go over to New York and achieve something pretty special. That just gives them ideas of what they want to do when they get older and finish school and that kind of thing.
These hopefuls will find out this month whether they've made the final team that will head to New York in November. They say just training for the event has been a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
I want kids to know that they can try new things.
To show young girls, you know, that put your mind to it and you can achieve it and there's no boundaries. So I just want the young girls to see that.